Morning everybody, welcome to an awesome morning here in Saskatchewan and welcome to another video. We're just finishing up the end of our morning milking shift. Got the last line of special needs cows up in the parlor. Milking's been pretty usual this morning, nothing really special, except we do have a group of cows separate in front in the main cow barn there that we're only going to be milking once a day because we're drying them off. We're also feeding them a lighter dry cow ration. So the milk cow ration is going to make cows produce a lot of milk. If you feed them a lighter ration, they're going to produce less. And that's what we're doing over there. Once we get everything cleaned here this morning and we're done in the barn, we're going to head over to our feed mill construction there and start hauling sand to it. We need some fill, and instead of filling everything in with gravel and paying for all the gravel, we're just going to use some of our sand. The sand out here, it packs really hard and it's good to build on. So we're going to grab one of our silage trucks and start hauling it over there the same way we fill our sand room up. We finished up in the barn and we're out of there now. I got a call from my sister Miriam, who is out in the field land rolling. She's in the Beulah Versatile and she's rolling with the Neline land roller. She called me and said she's having an issue with the GPS auto steer in that tractor. Usually it's a pretty easy fix if it is fixable, so I don't know if I'm going to fix it if she couldn't figure it out. But we'll see if we can help her out and get that thing going again. I know land rolling is kind of a brain numbing job. It's got to be done, but you're just sitting there rolling straight up and down, not really much to watch or do. So the GPS auto steer really helps with that kind of job. It would suck without it. So before we start hauling sand this morning, we're gonna go see if we can help her out. What'd you break?
I didn't break anything. It didn't work to begin with, okay?
Alright.
I don't know, it's just not working good. What, like, moves on there, but it doesn't give you a line.
It's just tripping. Okay, maybe there's something covering the thing on top. Morning. I'm in the Beulah Versatile. There's an issue with the GPS. It looks like it's just not connecting to a satellite. Is there something I can try, or? Mechanic Brent is gonna come and take a look at it quickly when he gets here. But for now, you're the GPS auto steer.
Nice.
Couldn't figure it out. I try not to break anything else, eh?
Break?
We got a bit of rain there recently, so there's some moisture in the ground now. If you dig down quite a bit, there's moisture everywhere, which is awesome. mechanic Brent just gave me a call and he said something pretty interesting. He just got a text from the New Holland dealership out here, which is the GPS that we have in that Versatile. It's actually a New Holland GPS. And the dealer said that some of the satellites were down. So they weren't working properly, something's broken. So a bunch of equipment out in the area has been not having good GPS signal or not even been able to connect at all. So that's pretty, makes a lot of sense. And I guess that's why Miriam is struggling to get it hooked up this morning. So apparently there's a setting in that GPS though that you can track other satellites in the sky and reconnect to some different ones and then get going again. So that's beyond me. He's gonna take care of that when he gets to the farm this morning. Someone just put a whole jar of M&Ms in our lunchroom. Well, that's kind of dangerous. Gonna try to get a few loads of sand hauled before lunchtime. It's looking pretty good. I'm gonna start the truck as well, let this thing warm up. But we're gonna have to take the solenoid off that Brent was using for seeding. Otherwise we're gonna break that when we open the gate at the back. So this is why we're hauling the sand. We gotta fill this shed in, build up the floor a little bit. Otherwise they're gonna have to fill it with gravel and that's just gonna be a lot more expensive. Our sand is perfectly good for pouring concrete on top of. So we're probably gonna bring it up almost a foot. If we look, the tin on the side of the building is pretty high. So I imagine the concrete's gonna go right there, which is at least a foot, maybe even more from the floor right now. So quite a bit of sand needs to be hauled in here. We're just gonna be dumping it with the semi around here, and then they'll be able to wheel it in with the skid steer and do with it what they want. We're also probably gonna end up using some sand for the bin pads. They're gonna have to be at least a foot higher than the ground right here now is. So if we're gonna do that all with gravel, that's also gonna be incredibly expensive. Might as well build half of it up with sand and save some money. So to take this solenoid off, I'm gonna start by cutting the wire loose. Then I'll be able to unplug it right here. And apparently also right there, I'll be able to unscrew that box and then the two pins for the solenoid itself, I should be able to take it completely off. Well, that was easy to take off. Hopefully it'll be just as easy to put back on. Gotta take these bolts out yet, and we'll be good to go. I wanna drop this wheel loader off at the sand pit, but I need a ride back. Can you pick me up from the sand pit? All right, thanks, dude. Yeah. Good old sand pit. Better walk down here before I drive the wheel loader down and get stuck. Well, it definitely feels pretty moist down here. It's a good spot for a bunch of snow to melt and sit for a while. Catch you off guard. Gonna have to call Dima again to pull me out. Don't want that to happen. Gonna get a ride. Took the truck here. I guess we're gonna find out if we can get stuck at the bottom of this pit. Neline's got her goat in the back of the car. She's bringing it to the vet. He's a little bit bloated. And I guess it was a pretty big investment, so she wants to make sure he's good, right?
Yep.
And you were just busy telling me and Dima how they piss in their own mouths? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Huh. Why? Do you know why?
It's for the ladies.
It's for they piss in their mouth for the ladies, eh?
When goats are in rut, which means in breeding season, they will, you know, pee on themselves to make an aroma to be more attractive for the does.
Oh, right on.
I don't make the rules. That doesn't go for people, however. Don't do that.
I don't know if you had to tell anyone that, but
you never know.
I guess if you want to learn more about the goats, link is in the description below.
You can see the whole trip from start to finish, I guess.
With the goats.
Yeah.
How do you say goats, Dima?
Kozel.
Gazelle? That's Ukrainian?
Tsop, it's Ukrainian. Kozel, it's Russian.
Alright. Get better, dude. Well, I was done there before lunch. Gonna go get some food, and then I got a text on my phone. Hey Jan, I hope you're not gonna forget to pick me up for lunch. I'm supposed to go grab Miriam from the field and bring her back home so that she can get some food too. I totally didn't forget I was gonna pick you up.
Yeah. I have to remind you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
I dropped Miriam off at the roller again after lunch, but literally over lunch, we just got 3 millimeters of rain. Just checked the rain gauge. It's that shower that just passed by us right over there. So the top of the soil now is a little bit muddy. We'll see if she can keep rolling or not. If the soil starts to stick to the rolls, then we're out of luck. We're just gonna have to give it probably an hour or two in the sun and she'll be able to go again, but we'll see how it goes. Should be good. I gotta milk again this afternoon, so hopefully after we're gonna haul a couple more loads of sand to that feed mill set up there. But right now, before we start milking, I'm gonna bring our New Holland wheel loader to our silage pits because the tub grinder's coming here and he's gonna grind some straw. So I wanna have that thing ready for him once he gets here. We are so close to being completely done seeding for the spring. I didn't follow it too much on the YouTube channel here. That's because I do not take part in seeding on our dairy farm. I'm the one that gets to sling all the manure over the fields and do that kind of stuff. So I'm not sitting in the cab of this thing much, but maybe in the future, someday I will be. This thing's actually parked in the last field that we are seeding, and that is a field that was seeded to alfalfa last summer. I guess it wasn't seeded, it was already established. And we took 3 cuts off of this field, and that's what did it in. So I don't know if you guys, some of you guys might remember last fall, there was a stand of alfalfa on this field that looked too good. We had to cut it and hay it. We knew it was probably gonna kill this crop, but we were short on feed last year, and we figured, you know what, we're gonna take the risk, probably end up killing this alfalfa field, but we got a bunch of really nice alfalfa hay off of it, and it ended up being worth it in the end. We were still optimistic, hopefully this alfalfa was gonna come out of the ground this spring, but it didn't really come out that good, so we decided we're just gonna seed straight through it with barley, and that's what the drill is doing here right now. Unfortunately, yesterday we started seeding and a shank broke on the drill. I don't know exactly which one. Oh, I see it right here already. So one of these shanks snapped off when the drill was going through. You can see it's missing right there. The hoses are just hanging loose. Should be going right into one of these boots. The ground's tough. The sud is still in here from the alfalfa. Pole's pretty heavy. I don't know if that's what did it in, or maybe it was already cracked or worn down, but it broke, so we quit seeding. We were gonna try seed again today, but we'll probably get it planted tomorrow at the latest, hopefully. So me and Dad were talking, should you just seed it without that one run there? But we're not in a rush at all, since this is already the last field. It's halfway through May. We can wait a couple days for this drill to be fixed up before we put the seed in this field. It's not gonna be getting too late into the fall. We're most likely going to try to combine this because it'll be really close to the yard. It's literally right next to the farm for small square bales. That'd be nice and easy to haul to our small square bale shed. Gonna go leave this thing by the pits now and then go milk some cows. We just left the loader behind the pits here. This is the silage pit we've been tub grinding the wheat straw into, which is nice beside our wheat straw bales. We're in the cow barn, ready to grab group 1, but Juno decided to park it right in front of the crossover. Can't move that gate all the way open, so we gotta deal with this thing before we can load the holding area with group 1. Just got a little lost there for some reason. It occasionally happens with robot stuff. You're always gonna have this. So we got to the barn and that thing was crashed. It literally took 30 seconds to get back going again. Usually that's the problem with that thing. It's never too bad. All the way at the back of the group, we're gonna rake the beds from the back. We do this twice a day. Every time we grab the cows, we're raking the manure out of the beds. Once we're done that, and we got the cows in the holding area, we're gonna scrape the alleys clean all the way back into the manure slot, and we're also gonna be throwing sand in the beds this afternoon. That went quite well. We cleaned up that entire wall. Looks a heck of a lot better. It's just in the winter time, the sand is still a little bit moist and it freezes up against the walls and you can't scoop it. So we probably should have done that a lot earlier, but procrastination kills, I guess. We finished milking up, got all the sand thrown that we wanted to, and everything went super smooth, so that's awesome. While we were doing that, the tub grinder grinded up all of the bales we had sitting right there into some nice piles in the silage bunk right there. So that's looking awesome. I just kind of snuck in here, did it while we were milking away, and it's already done. So that's awesome. I'm gonna have to haul some more sand tomorrow, it looks like, if we don't get rained out, of course. Hopefully we get too much rain and I can't even haul the sand. It's just too muddy everywhere. Be nice. That is gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.